We'll now begin the push-up section. Ready?
I'm ready.
Begin.
Let's get it.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Unbearable Podcast. And today, I'm going to be giving my preseason preview to each of the divisions. And of course, we're starting off with the division that the Bears are in. We're starting off with the NFC North. And how we're going to do this is I'm going to go from fourth to first, give my reasonings, why I think that team's going to end up fourth, how I think that team's going to do, and kind of go over their roster, like just explain why I think they're going to either do good or do bad. So starting off with the NFC North, this is probably one of the toughest divisions that I'm going to be talking about, just because fourth and first, I think, out of all the divisions, are the closest in how well they're going to do. Like, you know, all these teams, you could definitely make a case for them being, well, except for like the Lions. Like, I feel like most people are thinking they're going to win, but from the Vikings, Packers, and Bears, I feel like you can make a valid argument that either one of them could finish fourth, third, or second. So I'm going to say what I think is going to happen, and, we're just going to go with it. So starting off with fourth place, I think the Minnesota Vikings are going to be in fourth place. If you look at their team, obviously they have a great wide receiver core on offense. They have Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, and Jalen Naylor. Obviously, a very good wide receiver core. The wide receivers, are going to be amazing. They have Aaron Jones, which, I honestly don't really think that he's that good. I think he's definitely a solid running back, but I don't think he's great. I don't think he's a running back that you could really rely on to carry your team. And of course, they have a quarterback who is going into his first year playing in the NFL. Obviously, he was able to, kind of watch last year because he was injured. So I think, it's going to be interesting to see how he does. But, I don't really see them being able. I think their offense is going to be good. Don't get me wrong. I think they're going to be able to throw the ball. I don't know about running the ball. But I don't know. I just don't think that it's going to be. I think they're going to be good. Don't get me wrong. When I say, they're getting last, I think they're still, they still definitely can get 500. I don't think they're going to be a horrible team. I think that there's definitely a possibility that, all of these teams are above 500. I think this is going to be a very good division. I think their offense is going to be good. I think their defense is going to be solid. Obviously, they have great coaching. When you look at their defense, it's not. I don't know. It's just, I don't think the Vikings are going to be as good as they were last year. I don't think they're going to be able to have the same magic. Obviously, they're going to be good. They're going to be a solid team. But I just don't think that they are going to be able to, repeat the success they had last year. I don't think their defense is, solid enough to carry their pretty good offense. I feel like if you want to be first, second, you got to have a very good offense, a very good defense, and So I think the Vikings are going to be last. Moving on to third place, I do have the Bears coming in third place. This is probably going to change once I get to my regular season preview, where I preview the whole NFL. So, I don't know. I think that we're still going to make the playoffs in third place. I think we're going to be 9-8, 10-7, somewhere around there. I think the Vikings are going to be in that same range, and the Packers. I think we're all going to be in from 8 or 7 to 8 wins to 9 to 10 wins. That's that. I think 7 to 10 is the range for the Vikings, Bears, and Packers. Looking at the Bears, obviously we got Caleb Williams coming into his second year. We got DeAndre Swift, which I think he's a pretty good running back. I think he's going to have a better year than last year just because we have improved our offensive line. And for the other teams, I'm really not going to be talking about their offensive line because, unless it's the Bears, I don't really know much about many people's offensive line. I'm going to just be honest, that's not what I'm watching. I'm watching the skill positions. I'm watching, all due respect, I'm not watching the offensive line. Let's just be honest. But I think with the Bears, I know our offensive line. We definitely made some improvements. We're going to see how the battles go with who's going to start. But I think DeAndre Swift's definitely going to be better than he was last year. We obviously have a good receiving core with DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, Luther Burden. So I think that that's definitely going to be, obviously Luther Burden hasn't shown up yet. But I think that's going to be a very good wide receiver core. I'm going to do a lot of great things. I think we're going to see step up from Rome Odunze, DJ Moore returning to the form he had with Justin Fields. And obviously we have Cole Kmet and Colson Loveland. I think that's going to be a very good 2 tight end set. I think Cole Kmet is a very good underrated tight end because We just didn't use him last year. And Colson Loveland, I think he's going to complement our offense very well, especially with Cole Kmet. Looking at our defense, I mean, I feel like we've made improvements, especially with getting Grady Jarrett. I think that's a very good improvement to our defensive line. We have Andrew Billings, who's a very good defensive lineman. We got Javon Dexter. We got Montez Sweat, and we did pick Dayo Obadeo. I don't know how to say his name. I don't know if we did that this year or last year, but I don't know. Then we have Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards. I think, those are two very good linebackers. Obviously, this team was, I think, underperformed last year. I think we're going to be a lot better this year and get back to form. And I think, honestly, we have one of the best secondary rooms in the league. We got Jalen Johnson, Jaquan Brisker. We got Kevin Byard, Tyreek Stevenson, Kyler Gordon. Tyreek Stevenson, I think he's a lot better than what he showed last year. Obviously, with the Hail Mary, a lot of people still think of him as that. But I just think that this secondary is one of the best in the league. Obviously, we got Cairo Santos, Torrey Taylor. But I think this is a very solid team. I think it's a at least 500 team. But like I said, lowest I think is 7 wins. Highest I think is 10 wins. Then moving on to the Packers, I think very similar. I think they're a very solid team. I think they had 12 wins last year, something like that. But I think they're going to be a very solid team, 7 to 10 wins, like I've been saying. They got Jordan Love, who's a solid quarterback. I don't think he's as good as people are hyping him up. For people to say that Caleb Williams' ceiling is Jordan Love, I don't think so. But Jordan Love is definitely a very solid running back. Josh Jacobs, a very good running back. The wide receiver room, I mean, it's not bad. It's just not elite. They don't really have a certified, wide receiver one. But I think they have enough talent in their wide receiver room to spread the ball around. They got Tucker Kraft. Their offensive line's usually is pretty good. So I don't really know. And then looking at their defense, they have a very good defense. Xavier McKinney had a great year last year. They got Quay Walker. He's a very good talent. Kenny, I don't really know. Rashawn Gary, I know him. He's a very good defensive end. Very good. And yeah, I mean, they have a very, very good team, a very solid team, and I mean, they have very good coaching as well. So like I said, I think this is going to be a very mixed up division. I don't think it's set in stone for fourth through second. I think you could say the Bears, Vikings, then Packers. You could say the Vikings, Packers, Bears, Packers maybe last place. I don't know. I feel like for these three teams, I feel like it's very, you could switch it around any way you want. And then looking at the Detroit Lions, I think they're definitely probably the most talented, not probably, they are the most talented team on this roster. I don't think they're going to, people are going to be maybe they don't, get 12 wins. Maybe they get, 11 or 10. But, I don't think it's going to be they suck now. Getting 12 wins is, a very big achievement, or whatever they got last year, 13, 12, something like that. But that's, a very, you don't do that every single year. And Jared Goff proved that he could be a very good quarterback. Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, a very good wide receiver. Running back tandem. They got Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jamison Williams, very good. Sam Laporta, very good tight end. They got Aiden Hutchinson coming back. We'll see how he is. But, they just have a very overall solid team. They have a team that's proven that they can be at the top of the division, a team that has proven that they could be at the top of their game as well. And I think it's going to be very interesting to see how they do without their coordinators, see how they, are they going to stay the same? Are they going to take a step back? It's going to be very interesting to see, but I do think that the Lions are going to win this division. I think it's going to go Vikings, Bears, Packers, but like I said, very interchangeable. This is going to be a very competitive division and a very fun division to watch, and it's going to come down to the wire. I'm hoping the Bears are, either second or first, but I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that we even get fourth or third. It's just going to be we're just gonna have to see how we are, and yeah. So I think this is gonna be a very fun division to see. And next episode, what division am I gonna do? We're gonna do the NFC East. That division is a little less competitive. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I'll see you guys next time though. And until next time, don't forget to bear down.
Kaloo, Kalay, what a wonderful day.